सहगणललिता श्रीविशाखान्वितांश्च हे कृष्ण करुणा सिन्धो दीनबन्धो जगत्पते गोपेश गोपिका कान्त राधा कान्त नमोस्तुते तप्त कांचन गौरांगी राधे वृंदावनेश्वरी वृषभानुसुते देवी प्रणमामि हरिप्रिये वाञ्छाकल्पतरुभ्यश्च कृपा सिन्धुभ्येव च पतितानां पावनेभ्यो वैष्णवेभ्यो नमो नमः। जय श्री कृष्ण चैतन्य प्रभु नित्यानंद श्री अद्वैत गदाधर श्रीवासादि गौर भक्तवृंद हरे कृष्णा 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 हरे 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 राम 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 हरे हरे। मूकं करोति वाचालं पङ्गुं लङ्घयते गिरिं यत्कृपातमहं वन्दे श्रीगुरुलीलतारिणं श्री परमानन्दमाधवं श्री चैतन्यमीश्वरम्। नमस्ते सरस्वती हरे कृष्ण प्रभु हरे कृष्ण माताजी please accept my obeisances. How are you doing? Moral is keeping you well? Okay, yeah. Thank you for coming all the way. Sunday evening, right time to rest before next week's drill. Thank you. You all had spent your time. For us, 6 morning, 4 o'clock it started, and there's hardly any gap in between. Miyapur and morning Ulani, then Miyapur, and come back here again. But you know what? The spiritual subject matter when we are discussing, that is what keeps us alive and going. It makes us more energetic. So today's topic, all of you know, I think it is shared in the whatever poster or whatever, right? What is the topic?
Radhe.
Bhagavatam Way. How to parrot in Bhagavatam Way. Unfortunately, so many things that are happening in this world beyond our control, and there are so many challenges that we are facing because of the worldwide changes that are happening, isn't it? We never expected that this thing will go down so bad, the destruction, towards destruction. It was so bad that seems like in another, say 50 years, Kali Yuga will be over. So what I would like to do is that, and the other mic is there now, extra mic is there now. So if we can share it with the along the devotees, please share your thoughts on what are the challenges that we are facing now. Then we can make it more interactive. I don't want to just do a monologue here. As it is, I don't have so much. You all know better than me, frankly speaking, on this subject. So this is what we did it in Myanmar also. The devotees came up with a lot of their challenging, whatever challenges that they had, they shared it. So this is a very nice challenge, first challenge that we faced. In Myanmar also we had the same problem. So they don't know what we are discussing. So they started the grinder, driller and all outside. So 4 people had to go to tell them that this is, that will go on. But they want to do their thing at this time. Alright. So, but in any case, you all give some little focus here. You will be able to discuss something valuable, or whatever. So please go ahead and share. Anybody who wants to speak, please raise your hand. Yes, Mataji. Please share the mic with Mataji. Mataji, please share and tell your name also.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji, please accept my humble obeisances. Prabhuji, my name is Yagna Saini.
Yagna Saini.
Yes, Prabhuji. Prabhuji, husband and wife, my Prabhuji and I are never on the same page when it comes to parenting, the first thing.
But you are the same book though. Different page, but same book. There are many cases where they are in different books. Okay.
So that, in in a way we are setting up a wrong example is what I believe, because my children also confused. Whom to listen, whom to follow.
Very nice, very nice. Starting up with a nice sponsor. Yes, Mataji. Whom to follow and whom not to follow.
Yes, Prabhu.
So children are
Most of the times my son decides on his own.
decided on
Like you and Baba are, saying something very different, so let me do what I feel is right.
Where is that boy? Is he come?
No, Prabhuji.
He's same. How old is he?
13.
Oh my God, teen.
Yeah, so that is another challenge.
Was he saying this from which?
No. Now that he's growing up, he understands the dynamics
So
and
when he was
language.
7, 8, and he was all right.
Yeah, he was all so. And now that my daughter is 7.5, so when I
Oh my
try to
God.
tell her and groom her, he's like, she will also soon realize what is happening with her.
Okay. That's very interesting. So you will see, daughter will start doing what your son did a little earlier, which is suddenly learned what he was doing.
Hare Krishna, Prabhuji. Question is like, kids get attracted. In societies, there are so many kids of different type, like, and they have so many other, I have got a video game, I got a smartwatch, I got this and that, and kids get more attracted to gadgets at their age. Whatever they are doing, kids want to do that. They may be okay, they may not be okay at times, as per us, but still they want to replicate, copy.
So they are attracted more to the gadgets and
Yeah, it could be gadgets, it could be movies, or it could be something, whatever the other kids are doing.
Yes. Yes, Antaryam Prabhu, you raise your hand. Yes, Mataji. No, you go.
Hare Krishna Prabhu, my name is Surbi.
Surbi.
Yes. Prabhuji,
You stay nearby?
not very far.
Okay.
So my question, in addition to Prabhuji's, that there's distraction, and also for parents like us, especially I'm a single mother. We came to Krishna consciousness in much later, when the kid was already about to be a pre-teen.
Pre-teen.
Yes. So he was about 11 years old when I came into Krishna consciousness. So his habits and his things are already set in his mind. It's very difficult to change him then. I could hold it a little bit initially till he was 12 or 13. But after that it is very difficult. And now I see him doing things which are not right. I know this will cause him problems later. But he does not listen to those things. And I see, because I know they are wrong. Maybe watching TV and eating food together, I know it is wrong, but he will not listen. Or other things also. Maybe if I tell him on Ekadashi, don't eat this, he will not listen because he's never followed all those things. So what is okay and what should be the threshold of making them understand, and what how much should we tolerate and we should let them go?
How
And
much is too much?
yeah, yes.
Nice questions coming. Yes. By the way, make sure I don't forget these questions.
Hare Krishna Prabhuji. My name is Pavitra Devi Dasi. And Prabhuji, my question is that sometimes ऐसा होता है कि जो बच्चे डिवोटी फैमिली में भी रेज होते हैं, मतलब शुरू से ही वो उनको एनवायरनमेंट मिला है इन डिवोटी फैमिली, शुरू से वो डिवोटी फैमिली। तो डिवोटी फैमिली में दे आर बॉर्न एंड उनका ग्रोन अप सब कुछ डिवोटी फैमिली में हुआ है, एंड दे आर डूइंग वंडरफुल प्रैक्टिस इन द एज ऑफ 8th and 9th, एंड व्हेन द स्टडी इज जब बहुत ज़्यादा पढ़ाई हो जाती है 10th 8th 10th क्लासेस द क्लास ग्रेड है ना, तो जब 8th और 9th ग्रेड में रहते हैं तब तक उनकी स्पिरिचुअल प्रैक्टिस बड़ी अच्छी चलती रहती है कि बहुत अच्छे से चैंटिंग कर रहे हैं एंड देन डूइंग ऑल द सेवा एंड ऑल। बट जब पढ़ाई का प्रेशर आता है 11th 12th स्पेशली, तो देन थोड़ा सा कम हो जाता है, एंड देन वो फिर धीरे धीरे ये होता है कि अब थोड़ा सा इंटरेस्ट कम हो गया क्योंकि वो दूर चले गए उस चीज़ से, तो देन उनको फिर से कैसे वापस उस ट्रैक पे लेके आया जाए कि वो समटाइम इट्स बहुत डिफिकल्ट फील होता है कि कैसे इनको फिर से उस ट्रैक पे लेके आए जो वो पहले था, बट दे आर नॉट अगेंस्ट और नॉट, दे आर डूइंग ऑल द थिंग्स, the Ekadashi they are doing, but the taste are वेरी डिफरेंट। द टेस्ट अभी वो टेस्ट नहीं जो पहले था कि जो आचार्यों की बातें करने में मजा आता था, वो किसी और चीज, पॉलिटिक्स में मजा आ रहा है, अभी किसी और चीज में मजा आ रहा है। तो वो चीज, वो टेस्ट कैसे फिर से लेके आया जाए?
Very nice, very nice. This is another direction, dimension of it. So shall we do this first and then go to the next one? Otherwise then it will be like too many questions and we'll forget what is. Let's start off with HG Mataji's question. So how many of you agree with this? I know many of you have this problem. Husband and wife not on the same page, not reading the same book or writing the same. It's like day and night. Right? See, first of all, one thing that I learned, whatever I'm sharing, I learned from my spiritual master, and in the course of my travel around and discussing with devotees and those things. So don't think that I am giving some big pravachan or something like that. It's just my anubhav basically the devotees and other people in general. See, first and foremost thing that we have to realize is that not just in growing up children, in everything, there will always be a difference in opinion somehow or other. It's not like they're fighting kind of a thing, that is another case, but just that, the husband thinks different, wife thinks different. It's not wrong, because they are made that way. Husband is made that way, wife is made that way. Right? First and foremost, you should understand, even if they are not husband and wife, men and women think different. Their emotional quotient and all those thinking, everything is different. That is why actually Krishna made that a man and a woman should marry. Otherwise he would have made the rule that man and woman, everybody can marry. They can marry with animals also, with birds also, anything they could have done. But why Krishna said this way? Because there is a nice balance between the two kind of people, two kind of personalities. Women are more emotional, loving. Men has a more, analytical way of thinking. They may not express their emotion. And the children come out as a combination of this. If it is girls, boys, they come out as a combination. If you see one interesting thing about Dhruv Maharaj, just to give an example. Dhruv Maharaj's mother is a wonderful lady, Suniti. She was not treated properly, but she is a Kshatriya wife. And she was very much attached to the child, Dhruva, as always, any mother. But she was very determined also. On the other hand, Uttanapad, he was a king man, he was king. So he had a different mentality, right? So it is also said that usually, Bhagavatam itself says this, that the boy gets more of the quality of his mother, and the girl gets more of the quality of the father. Everybody agrees this. This is Bhagavatam's conclusion, and natural thing also. But the funny thing is, they get the qualities of the mother, but they are not as emotional as the mother. Mothers will have their emotion, they will show their emotion so much, but then after some time these boys will don't even care for them. That is how Krishna puts a check on the mothers to stop their too much attachment. Right? But the fathers also, they have a lot more attached to the daughters. Right? But the unfortunate problem is that the daughter will go to another person's home. So they will have to control their emotion. They will have carry that mood also. Right? In the son's case, mother might think that okay, he will stay with me or I will stay with him for a long time. But my Guru Maharaj used to say that don't be too relaxed. If you have two sons, he'll say, two daughter-in-laws are coming to you. True dangers are coming to you. I mean to say, there always that competitive spirit and all those things will start coming up. It's always this, because of the love only, not because of hate only. It's always what you call, we have this resource crunch problem in IT thing. One resource will be very much required for two people, they will be fighting with each other. Who will take their time like that. That's what happens in the mother-in-law, daughter-in-law case also. That's another thing. They will fight for the same resource. right? But these are all things which Krishna has kept for us to understand how our emotions flow. But at the end of the day, all of these things have to be doubted towards Krishna consciousness. Then these kind of unnecessary restrictions, these kind of fights and those things will not happen, right? So coming to this point of both having different opinions, frankly speaking, both are right in their own way, and a combination of that only will work out perfectly. As long as the husband and wife, the father and the mother, they see that there is a point in the other person, that is other part of the spouse basically, right? There is a point from that perspective also. This is, in general, we have to follow among everybody. Put your legs in other shoes, it is called. You realize where they are coming from. Because how can there be one person can love the child more between the father and mother, another love less? Both love equally. Only thing is their thinking, their approach is different. The father may want the child to be a doctor. The mother may want the child to be a lawyer or something else. So there will be contention. Both of them don't realize that you should ask the opinion of the child also. Isn't it? So that is the challenge that we are facing. We impose upon. Even in choosing the bride, the groom for bride and the groom, they don't ask the opinion so much. Those days, it was all done in a very Vedic way. My spiritual person used to say that I didn't even know who the girl was. Father and mother told me that your marriage is fixed on this day. That's all. Who is the girl, who is the girl, nothing was told. You were made to sit and then finish. But that's it. Because the obedience level was much different in those days. And that is why the whole society was much more peaceful. Now it's all rebellion. They think that asking question means they have won. You ask questions, but what did we say? What do we say? Pariprashna Sevya. Pranipal, Pariprashna then Sevya. That is missing. And that is on the children's side. But one thing that we have to be very clear is that the opinions may be different, but we need to put our legs in the other's shoes as much as we can. Because one thing is common, that both father and mother love the children, irrespective of wherever they are. It may look like the father is not caring, he may not talk much. But why is he going all the way to earn and putting his whole life into risk? Prabhupada writes beautifully. We all have this word kutumbam, no? What is there in Telugu? Kutumbam. In Hindi also it is kutumbam, right? What is kutumbam means? Family. Family is what we normally say. But see, Prabhupada is doing a magic with this word. He says kutumbam means object of protection at all risk. No one can give a better meaning than this. This one you read Prabhupada's book seriously. Prabhupada writes it beautifully, object of protection at all risks. People go all the way 100 kilometers in this traffic for what? To protect the family. Who can give a better meaning than this? So this is the reason we are in a family. We are father or mother or brother or whatever that is. Object of protection at all risks. You build a nice home, do whatever it takes to put your thing, guarantee thing and all that, you get a loan and all kinds of stuff. Travel to foreign countries. Nowadays, father lives in some place, children live in some place, the mother and the children live in some other place. Always, they're giving the benefit of doubt to the other party while seeing what he is coming from, where he is coming from, or she is coming from. That helps in any partnership, especially more so in father and mother. Because then no one can love a child or love a person more than the father and mother. This is the real truth. No one else can love. Everybody is matlabi. Matlabi, right? Some opportunistic people. Nobody. My Guru Maharaj would say, in this whole world there are only two people that love you truly without any expectation. One is your father and the other is your mother. He said, even I am not that much. He said, he is my Guru. He is more than father, mother, father. But still he would never put himself in that category. He would say, even if you don't talk to them for 20 years, after that you go home, mother will cook the food for you. They will not even ask you why you didn't do that. That is another way, isn't it? It's such a beautiful relationship. The father and mother with their children. The most pure, very, very, very pure relationship. There may be differences in opinions between the parties because familiarity leads contempt sometimes. Then that will be always there at home. You don't know what he is doing in the office. When the person is in the office, he will not know what the mother is going through at home. Or she is working also, we don't know. So a little bit of that, giving the benefit of doubt to the other party is very important. That's first point. Second thing is, even though there will be difference in opinion, yielding a little bit is very good. When you are yielding, you can carry on with your thing. When you are not yielding, you have to keep hearing the honk in the road also, isn't it? You don't yield to that person who is coming behind. He is coming fast. You are going in your pace, speed. What do you do? If you don't move around, keep on honking. You want to get the headache of the honk? Just yield a little bit and just let him peacefully hear the bhajan or kirtan or some music or whatever you hear and peacefully enjoy your ride. Right? So it's very important. And as parents, so I'm coming to one by one way, try to go down a little bit or step by step. These differences in opinions can lead to some debate, but don't make it into a fight in front of the kids especially. That's the most important thing. My Guru Maharaj used to make a very, very powerful statement. Children, especially when they are small, that impression keeps going on once they grow also. They watch two things very carefully. One thing is, they see where the Lakshmi for the maintenance is coming from. Especially when mothers are homemakers now, they will do all kinds of nothing. Every naughty thing that they used to do, they will do. But the father comes home, then they will behave like a saintly people. Because they know where the money is coming from. If they want a 5-star chocolate or some dairy milk or something, they know where to go to. Right? So and mother will become even more enraged. I am doing all the thing for you, and you are not even respecting me or hearing me. But father comes, he is not even caring for you. So they know where to do the maska, what to do, all that, they know very clearly. But the second most important thing they know, they observe basically, is that during difficult times, how the father, it can be financial, it can be relational. Sometimes professional things, suddenly the father loses the job, there won't be any money, or he might have somebody cheating the business, so many things will happen. But when they come and they meet in the home, if the atmosphere, if you can keep up the Vatavaran Viseno, if you can keep it up in a saintly way, even though it may not be Krishna-conscious, at least a little bit saintly it should be. Then the children will see, observe what the father and mother are doing when difficult times come. And they catch that. See, Prabhupada's, all glories for Prabhupada's coming to our life, we should give it to Gaurma one day, his father. Because he gave that snapshot. Worshipping Radha Govinda Devi when he was 8-10 years old, he was lying down the bed and getting up. The only thing you see is the first thing you see is his father doing the arati. That's the best thing he had. So this is all snapshots that the children, as children we carry, even we are all grown up. Even now if you ask your childhood memories, this thing of father, mother, and grandmother, and you still remember, like they're fresh green, isn't it? You will remember that. Same thing with the children also. Their ages may change, but then the psychology is the same for children. It will be very strongly imprinted in our thing. So if we fight in front of the children, or we scream, shout, or then some problem comes and we are going for some other kind of materialistic, these harmful solutions and all that, the children catch them. They are allergic to that kind of thing. They don't want, see, they want both father and mother, whatever they may be. Children does not know what is the thing between them, right? So the opinions can be, to an extent, it can go to a point where it is debated, but ultimately come to a conclusion as to what works best. Then what happens is the children will know that father and mother are doing this together. They know each other's plus and minus. They know father cannot cook. They have to go to the father for anything, any food item. Father can maximum bring something from outside. But how long will you eat outside food? Right? You can never get bored. Isn't it? So this is how we should be very, very clear as to how we are maintaining the environment or atmosphere at home. How we are maintaining the atmosphere, consciousness at home. Very important. So, and the other thing that is important that comes is like, we should somehow or other get out of this subtle control mentality. All of us have that controlling propensity. Things should happen in my way. Subtle, it is there. And when it is not happening, we become upset. We become disturbed. We have to understand this. See, can you stop that music? What is going on? But what you do, you have insulated yourself because you have been more attentive. That is what we can do. When any other items you are buying in the shops and all, so much contaminated, so much of adulteration is going on in the food also that we eat. So best thing you can do is you buy some things which are less harmful, where you can be more genuine places where you can get from. You may have to pay something extra, but health is very important. Whatever you can do to keep the health already is more. If the health is there, then something can be done. The health is gone, then the health is lost. Isn't it? So like this, every place and wherever you can identify yourself as you can identify the situation and try to get the best out of the bad bargain. That will work. That's a little bit of our ego we should give it up for the sake of the children. Many times it happens that they even husband and wife may not be talking terms. They may be for a long time they will just be there in the house, but they will not talk to each other. The children would want a nice congenial atmosphere. They would want everybody to be. They would want both father and mother to be together. Grandmothers, grandfathers, they play their part too. Isn't it? They are the most important part. So that is called, in those days, the joint family thing was there. That concept is not there anymore. But at least what we should do is once in a while we should go and make them meet their parent. Because the father and the child, or the mother and the child will always have something to fight and all that. But the grandfather and grandmother will always shower so much love to the grandchildren. Right? I always had this question with my father. He never had any loving words to say to her. But the grandchildren, from tiger to cat, pussy cat. Right? So these kind of things happen, That is a psychology. When we become grandchildren also, we also behave the same way. That is a natural thing. Because children are innocent. That innocence we like. It's not because there's some grandchildren, any child, not but your own grandchildren. Any small children are there, you like speaking nicely, you immediately will want to speak a little bit more. Today also we have so many kids coming and they have nice time together with the kids. They are all so advanced, much more advanced. They are all like modern Prahlad Maharaj. So the innocence is what is attracting us. And the same innocence attracts Krishna also. If we are innocent in our lives, innocent means you are saying, okay, you want to win, you win. I don't have any problem. You go, you can think that you are winning, which is fine, you win. But finally for chapati you have to come to me only. How much ever you win, roti dal chapati you have to come to me only. Where will you eat, for how long will you eat? Right? So there is always the plus point. We are interdependent. We are not independent, we are not dependent. We are interdependent. Thinking too much that I am independent, I can do anything, that is also not right. I am dependent and without this person I cannot, that is also not the working thing. Because at some point we have to understand the things which we have to do ourselves. Interdependency means there is something which you feel to us, and everybody has something to contribute to the family. So from that perspective, we always see that the children are not affected by the say debates or arguments. You should not get transformed into fights and whatever. Mother leaves the home, father leaves the home. Those kind of things when it happens, it is unavoidable in these days. But the thing is, at least they should have some time together with the father and mother. They are growing up in a society which is even more degraded than when we were children. So it is our responsibility to give them much more love. That love does not mean that you buy whatever they want. Blind love, whatever they ask for, you just buy and give. Then what will happen? Then this next generation, the generation becomes a entitlement generation. They are entitled. They think that we are entitled to anything. Isn't it? When we were getting married, our daughters, did anyone of you demand to father and mother that, see, I want this much, I want that much as my, what you call, give us this thing to be, not whatever you give us gift. Our generation, they never demanded. Now they are asking, I am your only daughter. Who else you will spend this for? Come on, give it to me. I want to take a more. I will not have an assurance. What if nowadays they think like this? What if the boy gives me halfway? I need to have more independence. All these things are there because they are also seeing the society, seeing the world. So this is entertainment. Come on, I need it. You give me. That is the thing. We will be begging for our, little bit of whatever actually that we can get as pocket money. 5 rupees, 10 rupees, that will be jumping in joy. Right? Now, how much is pocket money? I don't know. Pocket also doesn't fit so much money. Right? So it is very important to, that's the reason I am coming to this point that never fight in front of the children. My Guru Maharaj used to say, have in your home, anyway you are nowadays it is all minimum 3 BHK is there. In one of the BHK, one of the bedrooms you can term it as fighting home. Go inside that room and fight as much as you want. Not in front of the children. Because children, if they get this thing now, it will affect. See, their study is so much difficult nowadays. They are made to toil and want so much to get some marks. Even if they get good marks, they are not getting placement in the right college. So many things are there. So we have to be very careful in keeping that all right. But at the same time, don't make them feel entitled. Entitlement. Be strict in giving them only that which they need, not whatever they demand. Then it becomes a challenge. Out of love you may give whatever. Later the same thing will come back to bite us. Oh, why did I give this? After doing all these things they are gone to a different direction, wrong direction. How much ever you chant after that, how much ever lecture you hear after that, nothing will go inside. Only thing that will bother you is what happened to this thing. Because the love is there. You cannot give that love. It's a natural love. Isn't it, mother? So this is my somewhat substance of what is. Once what happened, I'll close with this. For your question. My spiritual master, he was very old. He lived for more than 45 years in London. He's Gujarati basically, but born in Maharashtra, near Aurangabad side. And when he grew up only, there were 10 children, brothers and sisters. The size of the house was only this much. Grandfather, grandmother, father, mother, and children, 10 children, all of them were staying in the same place, same house. And Maharaj was the eldest son. I mean, just above him, one sister, that's all. Rest all down. So, his father was very strict. His mother was also strict. They were not, giving whatever they asked for. So, but then the environment was so nice that they were, right from childhood, they were given spiritual environment. Right from when he was 5 years old, he knew 12th and 15th chapter by heart. Before he finished the school, this was even before ISKCON was there, because Maharaj birth was in 1930. So when he was child, it was like 1925, 1930, around that time. That time ISKCON was not born. But he was a Pushtiman, Valak Sampradaya, so they chant all this Adara Maduram and all those things, and then this Bhagavad Gita. So he knew by heart the whole Bhagavad Gita by the time he went to college also. It was a complete Bhagavad Gita they would recite, every day he would recite. Till his last moment, he would recite the entire Bhagavad Gita in the morning before 7 o'clock. While cooking, while taking bath, into the washing, there also the chapter will go on in his mind. Full Bhagavad Gita he knows by heart. Just for practice. Because father and mother gave the training. You understand? You cannot give the training by saying, hey, come on, you read. You have to show by practice. We should sit, the children should see us with the books in front of them. With the Japmala, they should see us in front of them. At least you should show that. If you don't do that, they will observe. You may look at phone, you may look at system TV and all that kind of different things will come. You will not be able to do. Nowadays it is so difficult. And I am worried to hear so many, the concern to hear so many things from our own devotees also. They are saying that children are going in so many different directions. We don't even know. See, the point is, today morning also I was telling this point. After a certain point, you should become a friend to the children. You cannot be a father or mother. You may always think that you are the father or the mother, but they will not see it that way. They will want you to be like treated. They will want you to treat them like friends. Means they may go to the college and they may pick up some different things. Somebody will tell some nonsense to them. But because at home they have the full faith only in the father and mother. They teacher will to some extent, but full faith they have only in father for them. So when they go to the college or school and learn something or hear something bad from others, they want to share it with someone with whom they have trust or who trusts them. See, the biggest problem in relationship, any relationship is trust. Breaking of trust. We trust somebody and they break the trust, then the whole thing breaks, relationship breaks. So what is that trust? They trust us to forgive them if they come up with something wrong. If we give them the picture that our impression that if they come up with something and we are going to beat them, scold them, whatever, then they will not even open it up to us. They will go and open it up to some other third person outside world, and their person will misuse them and take advantage of them. How much it will become? It will become even bigger problem, isn't it? So that's why we have a saying in Tamil. If you up to shoulder, if you are grown, then you are friend. If the child is grown up to the shoulder, you should just put a hand around the child and you should just be like friends. Sit with them, talk to them like a friend. Then they don't want, they won't want to go outside. Most important is when they bring their friends, you talk to them also like a friend only. That happened with my case. I had a lot of friends. I learned a lot from a friend because when my father and mother, my mother did not understand whatever I was doing. She's a very simple lady. My father, he was like very perfect in his duty and all that, but he didn't know which standard he was studying. When somebody comes with standard, you are studying, say something 6th or 7th you are studying. But when I got the marks only, he said, hey, you got the books. If somebody told him that if you get this much mark, you can get to the different. But never I had a chance to sit with him and watch things over there and all that. But what I learned was, from my knowledge of him, I got some good friends by Krishna's arrangement. Krishna's arrangement, if I had got bad friends, I could have got even. But that is not, that is a choice. Getting a friend is your choice. Right? You can choose which friends you want to be. Father and mother is the only two people who don't have a choice to get. You are not given a choice which father you get, which mother you get. Right? Wife also thinks, children also doesn't, but father and mother, these are people whom you get, that's fixed. I did not get it. I said, okay, whatever they are doing, at least somewhere I am getting some good, experience, anubhav and all that. So I used to talk for hours together with my friends. I will know. The funny thing is, my father and mother will talk very nicely with my friends, not so much with me. My friends' fathers and mothers will talk very nicely with me, but not so much with them. It's like grass is always greener on the other side. Right? So we had a very good chat and all that. They will think that I am a 70%, my friend's father and mother. They will scold, see, he is getting up so early, you are not getting up, but we will be talking till 3 o'clock in the morning, in the night, the terrace, the night hour. So I had somehow Krishna arranges something somewhere. What I mean to say is, have a friendly talk with them. Just not know everything. Take them out, show the experience, sit with them and watch some movies. Come on, let's watch these movies. And tell them what is good and what is wrong. If you tell them what you do, they will have that faith that, oh, my mother and father, they understand them. Then whoever friends come, have them, let them have night outs with the children. You talk to them nicely, you have nice games together. That is how you can see. Now there is no joint family concept. There is no joint family concept. There is no grandfather, grandmother, or uncle, aunts coming and those things are not there. Right? So what will you do? You have to develop that thing. Without that, it is very difficult. So this is what my Guru Maharaj always used to say, that we were brought in that environment where we were not told what we have to do, what engineering or this. Nothing we were told. We were told, you go to the school, I paid fees for you, next day you go. Very difficult environment, but they enjoyed that. And another thing that these days the parents do is that they are too much focused on the result. End result. Whatever you study, I want this score and everything. If you don't get this score, then don't talk to me. I hate it like that. These are things which many times we see happening. What did the child do? He will be so much in tension. And that is why so many in our days and all, we never heard anybody committing Kushina, that suicide in our thing. If they get to bad mental draws, in less months also they will come home. And 1 or 2 days they will be like acting and they will be saying and once the father and mother accept, after that go back again. Nowadays, so much pressure is being pushed on these children that they do everything wrong. Either they go to the thing or they go towards the wrong things like these drugs and other things, which is so difficult. They are going into that direction, it is even more dangerous. So all I can say is be friends. Be friendly with them. Be like another friend for them. And if the child comes and tell you that why father is not accepting my make them understand that he thinks differently. Just tell them, see, your brother is thinking differently, you are thinking differently. Or your other sister is thinking differently, you are thinking differently. Both of you are not thinking same. So make them understand the logic. They will accept. Because they also know in the heart of hearts that whatever you may score, whatever you are, at the end of the day, you are the only two people who are genuine. They will know. Just a little bit of that. End of the day, even after that, they don't accept your point, or the husband or wife, they don't accept each other's point. Just accept that as the status quo and move on. We always say this thing, not everything will work as per our expectation. In fact, hardly anything works as per our expectation. In fact, the very word expectation, what do we say in Hindi? Apeksha, apa, iksha. Iksha means seeing. Apa means opposite. You are seeing opposite of what is actually supposed to happen. Somebody is always coming late. You are expecting him to come on time. He will come late only. After he comes late, you tell, hey, why did you come late? No, I'm always saying come late only. You are assuming that he should come on time. That is apa, iksha. You understand how nice this word, apa, iksha. Right? Even if you see in our other languages or they always say apeksha. Apeksha means you are seeing. He is not supposed to. Your child wants to be an engineer, but you force him to be a doctor. Wrongly you are forcing him to be a doctor. He sees himself as engineer, or he sees himself as a DJ or something, some journalist or something he sees. But always try to doubt them in like a river. Don't block on what they are doing. Just doubt them like slowly like this. And they will also understand at some point when you are genuinely chanting for them and praying for them and making them understand. At some point. There are so many other entities whom we are not able to convince in life. Children are the most easy to convince, frankly speaking. So, husband, wife, when we have that kind of a cordial thing, then it will work better. Even if you don't like, at least once what happened, the real incident happened because I was talking about my Guru Maharaj. In London, also other places also. Maharaj was already in his 70s and 80s when he started doing world tour, 70s. So, but in London, he was considered as the unofficial marriage counselor. So many husband and wife will come to him and this is doing this, this is doing this. And they will come And Maharaj will patiently sit with them. He will go after 9 o'clock in the night. He had a lot of problems in health. For 70 years already he had so many issues, so many health issues. But still he will take his, he had a 3-wheeler car. The government gave him a 3-wheeler car because he cannot walk all right. So in UK they give that. So he will take that and go to that couple's home, wherever they are. From night 9 o'clock till 3 o'clock in the morning, he will sit with them and make them understand. As one couple only, as sannyasi, you go and sit with them and make them understand. And then you come to temple, Sohoji temple for Mangalarti directly. This is what he was doing. And when he got a stroke in 2000, in the year 2000, he was almost like he was leaving the body at that time. But he lived for another 10 years. He came out and lived for another 10 years. But in 2000, when he was completely better, not able to speak and all that, so many people came. And these people are wondering, the person servant is wondering, who are these people? They have never come to ISKCON also, our temples. No, you don't know. If not for your Maharaj, we will not be together now. We would have been separated down the road. He made us understand this. At least for the child's sake, be together. You would always say this thing. Give real father and mother to your child. That is most important. So he was doing this. He was doing this marriage counseling and all that. So he was living in a old age, in UK they have that, when you cross that senior citizen, they will give free flats will be given to you with all the facilities for yourself to move out and all that. So he was living there in one flat and this thing. And there, adjacent to him, one couple was living. So that couple, very young couple, they just moved in there for whatever thing they are there. And they were, every day there was a fight. They were just shouting, chilling at each other. So Maharaj was studying Bhagavatam and he was feeling, what is this shouting going on? I am not able to read. So sometimes he tolerated and then he went to their home, knocked and said, I am sorry to watch him like this, but please understand that you fight. How much ever you want to fight. Then the couple became surprised. Now everybody comes and tells us, you don't fight. And he is really different. He says, you fight more and more. But then he said, you fight, but fight without making noise. Don't let the sound come out. It's disturbing others. They say, this is a reasonable point. He is not stopping us from fighting, he is only stopping us from making sound. So Maharaj told and he came. Luckily, they followed that instructions religiously. They were not devotees, they were just they were following, no sound started coming. So Maharaj said, hey, the fight is stopped. After 2-3 months, he just went by and he saw. And husband and wife are like this. like this. They were going like this. And they were actually fighting in action. So for some time we are fighting in action, they were like, Maharaj said, hey, this is nice, you are doing nice. Then he called them, see this also you can stop, and he read Bhagavatam with them. And then he gave them one Bhagavatam set. You also, please take Bhagavatam set, whoever is fighting, go and give one book free. Just go and give at least one Bhagavatam, first kind at least you give free. Don't give the whole set free. They will think, if you fight, then you get Bhagavatam for free. Don't do that. First canto you give free. Today morning some Mataji asked, I think she's not here. He said, our aunt is very well off, but she gave Bhagavatam set to them, but she did not give any Lakshmi. Should we demand it? I told her, don't demand even 1 penny from her. Just make her read Bhagavatam. Krishna will snatch the money from her and give you much more than what is the Bhagavatam set. You have full faith in this. But you have no expectation and just go and keep speaking Bhagavatam. Maharaj spoke Bhagavatam to that couple and they became so friendly. After that, they started reading Bhagavatam. So Bhagavatam brings even the North Pole together. You can come together, opposite poles. So this is very important thing, In front of the children, if you make all noise, that is why that bad vibration, it affects the consciousness of the children. They can't study properly. I used to go from a very small house. I used to sometimes some fight happens, I would be disturbed. I was studying and I liked studying. In my school, I never waited for anybody to tell me to study. I always look for extra time, all night to sit and study and all that. So I will go to in the terrace, no light will be there. In the house, there is they will put on TV very loudly. So I requested my teacher, who even lives now here only in Hyderabad. Still I am in touch with her. She was my physics teacher. I requested her, that can I come to your home and study my disturbance? She said, yes, in my terrace we have a small thatch roof, so then you can sit there and study. So she will give me some modern question papers, and I will sit and write them. That is how I was studying. And when I got good marks, my father was surprised. I was happy to study, not for marks, but for learning more things. So that is how you can sit in the chair. Why are you sitting down? Okay. So this is very important for us to move to the children as well. It's very important. Please understand this thing. And at least for the children's sake, you go and have your fighting room separately, and have that. Maybe make something loud, TV or some music, put it loud. When children should not hear this thing. When the environment is nice, saintly environment, then the whole Vatavaran lifts the. Even when Maharaj used to tell us, we were living in, we didn't know when we will get the next time food. Because his father was complete devotee businessman. He will never charge anything extra from what is. You know how he was, his honesty is unheard of. He had a cloth business. This is my Guru Maharaj's father and him. They were living in the village. So he would have a cloth shop. Somewhere in the village they will have a marketplace. No? Yeah. He will not go, he will be at home till 10:30 in the morning. All his other relatives will go much earlier and they will open their shops earlier. So Maharaj is only 10 years old. I am telling all these things to tell how that age of what we call as honesty there in those days. So they will not go. So Maharaj in 8-10 years old himself, he was thinking, Papa, if we also go early, we can sell more, we will get a bit more profit. But he will not care. Sham, he will get up, he will take snan, and he will do puja at home, he will do puja, he will worship the Gopalji, whatever, Ramji and all that. And then next prasadam and go slowly. And so he told Maharaj that today you come and I will show you what is it. So whenever they go, when he went, he is just about to open the shop, already 8-10 people are standing in queue. And the other shops are already open. They are not going there. So Maharaj's father asked Maharaj, what stopped these people from going to that shop? That shop is open. Why they should be waiting in the queue in our shop? There inside the shop also, you will go and he will do his puja, everything. And then the people will patiently wait. And then they will come and then when they come and ask, he will say, okay, what do you want? Okay, you will then look at the price list. Okay, this is unique way of selling. This is the way running the business. You will take the price list and you should throw it in front of them. This is what is the price I got for. Beyond this, whatever you want to give, you give. If you don't want to give, then just give the same price also and free. This is the level of honesty he had to the customers. And 10 children he had to manage. Father, mother, everybody. He said, this is why, because we are honest people are always right. Always, this is beyond any questions or any levels or anything. Honest people are always right. In our office also they are honest. Then the boss will somehow or other give you something. Are sincere and honest. You may lose the job, but the sincerity is sweet by Krishna. He will take again into some other job. Something will happen. Somehow it will. Have that full faith. Right? This place was, nobody knew that it existed. How suddenly this big board ISKCON Cyberabad suddenly came up. Krishna reserved this. He waited for that particular government official to come to give it for free. Because we don't purchase anything straight away. That's the last thing we do, giving money to purchase something. If it is coming for free, it is good. Why? Because they are giving for Krishna, we are not taking anything. Right? This came up so nicely. We are all sitting very easily, very relaxed, we are sitting here. See that sound was going on, finished. Now we are all free, we are the master of our destiny. So Maharaj told about his father that this is how my father lived. He is thorough. Now we cannot live like that. I am saying that how it is going in that direction. But the snapshot stayed with him forever. And that is what we should also carry on. whatever snapshots we carry from our parents, at least 60-70% of that we give to our children, then we are safe. Because as elders, we are going to leave early. We are going to leave early. So we should give that snapshot to the children, which will take them ahead when we are not. That's most important. Very practical this. So that is why Putru Maharaj, Father Uttana also, or anyone you take, or Parikshit Maharaj also, they showed by practice that how we have to live. Then they will be giving everything for them and teaching them nicely. Example is better than precept. Achar is better than prachar. They should see us in front of them with the green bag. Even if you have completed your 16 rounds before they wake up, after they wake up, do 2 more rounds. Don't keep 2 rounds from the 16 and give them. Finish your 16, then do extra 2 rounds. That is the best way to show them that stuff. And just don't give pressure, don't put pressure on them. Take them for some picnic, have nice time with them. Nowadays I see some children saying, Papa, you are always taking me to the temple only. Anybody's children telling that? You are always taking me, see we are this thing. You are always taking us to the temple, don't you have any other place to go? Take them to some picnic park, whatever, play with them, play something, football or cricket, something what they want, play with them. Be part of that team. Bring friends, don't you alone go and play. Bring their friends also. Nice gathering they can have. And he is smiling very nicely. And that look, char bane chausar kile, yesterday we saw. That char bane at least already. Sorry?
I don't ask you this. This is what he's telling me.
I don't ask you, he says. No one asked. What is his name, Prabhu?
Janak.
Janak. Janak ki jai. Very nice way. Janak is very nice boy. Very saintly boy. So, these are all things where we can understand how to help the children going on. Otherwise, how will it help if they, in front of our eyes, if they are going in? How many ever times you come in front of Krishna? How many ever pravachan you hear? Not going to our head. Because Chinta is always there. Chinta is always there. Remember this point very carefully. You repeat this first. This thing. Chinta. We are all having Chinta. Right? So what is the power of the Chinta? What is the effect of the Chinta? How to get rid of the Chinta is very nicely given in these 2 shlokas. First thing. Chinta se, repeat.
चिंता से
Loudly. Chinta se chaturai घटे रंग रूपवान चिंता पड़ी अपागिनी चिंता चिता समान. Very beautiful thing for us. Chinta, what is the power of that Chinta? Negative effect of that Chinta. Chinta se chaturai घटे. You cannot think properly. घटे रंग रूपवान. It's all destroyed. You look pale. We say, why are you looking pale? Long face. Sadava Kela. Normal Kela is also alright. Sadava Kela is like, you know how it is. Long face here. See, Krishna is having watermelon face. Tarboos, tarboos face. So you guys is always smiling, tarboos. We don't smile, frowning face, so long. Nobody likes to see a Sadava Kela face. Always we want bubbly face we want to see. Right? Only Bhagavatam and holy name we get in bubbly face. The whole day we are running around. Still we are enjoying. We are Saturday, Sunday is more busy for us than Monday, isn't it? For devotees, is very difficult. Families are lying down and rolling on the floor, whatever they are doing in the bed. The Chinta se chaturai kate ranga rupaman. Our walk also will not come out pleasing. Because we are not confident. Children are disturbed. Why their walk is not coming forward? Because we are always threatening them, stress, putting so much in stress. A confident child will always speak nicely. You encourage them at home. Don't make them become too proud by encouraging them. Encourage them to the extent where they can reach that point. When they become too proud and think that I am the only one, then you put them down a little bit. How do you put them down? Don't tell them, at least there's not that many children, so I can tell these secrets to them. You know this well. But anyway, how do you bring them a little bit down? You are bringing all the friends and all together, no? Glorify the friends in front of them. Glorify their good qualities in front of them. Don't put them down, but hey, you did this is very nice. Then they will say, hey, father is glorifying someone else in front of me. So then they will start trying to do that. Engage, at least they will do. Don't compare, that's the problem. See, no, see, that's again, I'm telling you, I know the sir. See, now, see, he's like the target here. Our Janak is like, what is this happening here? Mother and father are telling this and sitting me, keeping me in the center. See, the thing is, the intention is the problem. When you compare, when you glorify the other also, we think that my child should hear this. Just glorify for what they are doing. Just not tell them to move. Subtle that the thing is there, no? That hey, if the child hears this, then he will change. Those, next 4 steps we think ahead. These 4 steps, then he will hear, then he will think about it, he will come and ask. They will think 8 steps ahead if you think 4 steps. So don't even have that thought that doing like this should happen. I am doing this because the child is genuinely having that good quality. Then they will see that. Then they will try to, improve themselves. So, Chinta se chaturai gate ranga rupavan. Chinta badi abagini. It's the most unfortunate thing. Unlucky. Anybody who is having Chinta, very, very unfortunate. Chinta saman. You know Hindi. Between Chinta and Chitta, bindu matra visheshyate. One bindu you take out. Chinta dahati jivanam, Chitta dahati nirjivam. This is one thing. Both they burn. Chinta burns the life body, Chitta burns the dead body. Both are. How beautiful this is. So don't get into this Chinta business. So how do you get out of this Chinta? This comes in the next one. Now you understood what is Chinta. We all know what is the effect of that Chinta in our life. Yad bhavi, listen. Yad bhavi, tad bhavati eva. Yad abhavyam, na tad bhavet. Iti nishchit buddhinam chinta na badate kvachit. It's a very beautiful shloka. Please remember these things in your mind so that you will come to use. Yad bhavi means whatever is supposed to happen will definitely happen. Tad bhavati eva. Yad abhavyam, what is not supposed to happen will never happen even if you hand upside down. Iti nishchit buddhinam, when you are fixed in this consciousness, chinta na badate, but chinta will not touch you either. So what is the big thing we have told? Everybody is saying the same thing. Chinta, yad bhavi tad bhavati, what is supposed to happen will definitely happen. You have heard this. What is the big solution here? This is for normal people who are in their normal life. I mean, the unfortunate thing now in this current society